Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at a stunning masterpiece from the year 1970. This fragrance is known as Equipage by Hermes. This is an EDT eau de toilette concentration. And this fragrance is not an 80s powerhouse, but a 70s beast. The formulation I have, I believe, is the second to last formulation. Over the last 54 years, this fragrance has been reformulated many times. In the mid-late 80s, my grandfather wore this scent, and I recall its positively wicked power. He would sleep in the basement when he would come to visit our family. He would sleep in the basement, he would spray it, and you could smell it upstairs. I personally find that the vintage 70s scents, I've maybe smelled 7 or 8 of them, have a depth, a body, a potency, and a heaviness that make many of the 80s powerhouses seem somewhat juvenile and adolescent. So that when my grandfather had that fragrance, it was powerful. Never smelled anything like it. I really didn't know what to think of it because I was so young at the time. But to this day, it was the strongest fragrance I've ever smelled. And if you can get vintage fragrances from the 70s or the early 80s, those are the most powerful fragrances you're ever going to smell. So I'm going to take this out of the package. Here's the bottle. Give it a spray on the back of my wrist. Here. It's got a wicked sprayer. So initially, I get kind of a gorgeous mixture of citrus, orange, and it's definitely got some herb notes to it, and it's fresh and flowery. And that's the one thing about this fragrance. It's got many flower notes that are always kind of mixing to produce a new type of smell as the fragrance develops. When this fragrance starts to dry down, you still have the citrus blends, but you get more pine, and you get a sweet spice, which will likely come from the cinnamon, but there's this kind of natural medicinal scent to it. What I like about this fragrance is even through the reformulations, it has not become synthetic at all. It has a very natural feel to it. The fragrance, I think at this point in the first dry down, becomes much more complex in the floral elements. It's got some soft white floral. It's got some harsher carnation notes. It's got a mixture. I think it's got 6 or 7 flower notes in this scent, which is very unusual. And that's what I think makes this fragrance so unique. When it starts to dry down, you get more of a musk and heavy mossiness. It becomes more oily, and it definitely has the old school vibe in it. But the depth is there, and it still has the herbal notes, the floral notes, and the lemon notes. So this is a very complex scent. And as it develops, it has, like I would say, a double dry down, because on the later dry down, it becomes even woodier or more woody. So top notes, there are many notes in this fragrance. Top notes are Brazilian rosewood, clary sage, nutmeg flower, aldehydes, bergamot orange, tarragon, and marjoram. The mid notes are carnation, pine needles, cinnamon, lily of the valley, jasmine, hyssop, and liatris or liatris. So hyssop and liatris are 2 fragrance notes that I've only seen in this fragrance. There are floral notes that are either soft or a little bit sharper. The base notes in this fragrance are oak moss, vetiver, patchouli, tonka bean musk, vanilla, and amber. So performance on this bottle, I got about 6 hours, solid. It definitely has a lingering scent trail. It stays on clothes for your clothes for days. It's a mature scent. This is for a vintage lover. I don't think anybody, maybe late 30s and up, would wear this. And it's a definitive masculine scent. And if you're a young lad and you're into the synthetic scents, this is going to be a shock for you to smell something like this. And you may snap your head back when you smell Equipage. Final thoughts on this. Again, this has gone through many reformulations, and the older reformulations would be much stronger, much more potent, have more natural ingredients in it, not as synthetic. But like I said, what I love about this, it has retained its natural profile. It has not gone synthetic. And this fragrance is not for everyone. You would have to try before you buy. It's still available, but this is a true masterpiece. And some people would say, well, if you got a vintage bottle, could you even wear it in public because it's so strong? I think a fragrance this great, even this bottle, I don't know if you would wear it to work. You maybe wear it at home. You maybe wear it around people that are more into fragrances, or people that are a little bit older, your age, like 40 and up, may appreciate some of this a little bit more. But nevertheless, this is an ultra distinguished, powerful, masculine, natural, awesome scent that has stood the test of time. 54 years old. People still buy it. People still love it, and they still talk about it. So if you like this review, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have on the mega masterpiece, Equipage by Hermes, leave them down below, and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.